Hi, my name is Janae Tyers with Tyers Essentials, and today we're going to do a fun craft with some insert cards that I found at the Dollar Tree. Yes, the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has really been expanding their crafting supplies, and I was really excited to find these in their art and craft aisles. I think they're A2 size cards. You can get like 4 complete sets out of this, and they're $1.25. One single set ends up being about 30 cents, so you really can't beat that. These are very similar to the cards that you will find at any craft store for Cricut. So the Cricut insert cards, I think they run about $8 for a set of 12. So these are about like half the price of the Cricut brand insert cards. So we're gonna give them a try today to see how they perform. I actually created a template online in the Cricut design space, and you can go straight to that link. You can open up the file and you can add your own message. I did one that says like thank you, or you could do for Valentine's Day, you could do hugs and kisses. Just use like a nice stencil font. I'm gonna go into the Cricut design space to show you step by step how to use that template, and then we're gonna go ahead and make it using this set here. So let's go ahead and get started. This is Cricut design space, and this is the link that takes you directly to the project that we're gonna work with today. Go ahead and click I agree to the terms, and we're gonna open it in Cricut design space. As you can see here, we used all free images, so this shouldn't include any files that you would need the Cricut access plan for. Everything should be free and will populate into the project when you hit customize. Once you hit customize, it's going to open in your canvas. You'll see all of the elements here. We're going to go ahead and save it as test. Now you can name it whatever you want to name it, so you're able to go back to it in the future. Just click this little blue bar. We're going to zoom in a little bit here so that we can see it better. I want to show you all of the elements that are included in this template. So you'll see 2 sections. The first attached bunch includes all of the elements for the actual card, and the second bunch are like guides for you to see where to place your artwork. So this first little square, as you can see in the top left corner, that just helps create that space that you're going to need that will allow for Cricut to place the artwork on the correct spot in the mat. So the other element we have here are the corner cuts, and that allows the insert card to be placed into the back of the front of the card, so you can see that beautiful texture or foil material shine through. So now we're going to go ahead and add some text, and I want to use like a simple thank you message. I think this would be great for my business. I make, handcrafted goods, and it's nice to include a thank you card, so you can do these kind of things too. So I'm gonna take our little text box here and move it to the area kind of designated for your artwork. And you can see all the different fonts are available here in your font options. But before I do that, I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to hide the guide so that it's easier for you to see the font that we're choosing to work with. So let's go back to our font options, and we're going to search for a stencil font. And I like the stencil fonts for this purpose because it will allow you to cut out the font without having to lose the insides of the letters. So everything's connected. So you'll punch out the letters, but you'll still have a complete word, and you won't have little pieces. So I like this font here. It's just a little too straight. So let's go for something with a little bit more personality. So this Balaga standard regular, I like that. That has a little personality, and it's an easy to use kind of stencil. So now that we have that the way that we like it, let's go ahead and make sure that this is centered on the front of the card. So my little trick here will be to add a square or a rectangle the shape of the front of the card. So we're adding a square. I checked the box that unlocks the proportions, and now I'm able to size it to about 4.25 by 5.5 and then move the layer of the text box up so we can see it. So let's go ahead and change the color of the font, and we're going to choose a gold. And now let's select the text box along with the rectangle, and then we're going to align them by both of their centers. So it'll be vertically aligned and horizontally aligned. We're going to delete the box, and then we're going to take the thank you and add it to the group of the attached elements, and that will make it so that it's going to do all the cutting on that same layer. We have saved the project, and we're going to be ready to make it at this point. So if this is going a little fast, just pause it, go back, slow it down, and you can follow along. The first mat shows the white paper that will be cut as a template. The second layer, in this pink, shows the scoring line and how everything will be cut on the front of the card. So go back and select the first layer. We're going to go ahead and continue with the process of making it. So I have all of my materials here. Very simple. We have our light grip Cricut mat. We have our Dollar Tree insert card set. It includes the blank cards for the outside, the 4 insert cards, and envelopes. And then we just have a plain piece of copy paper. That's all we're going to need to create that little like mounting template area so we can put on the mat. We're going to do, I think we're going to use this little pink color. I really like that. So check it out. Like, these are really nice. They're great quality. I really like it. Like, look at all the color options. You have an blush pink already scored for you. Very nice, good, heavy cardstock. You also have this nice ivory color, so that you have a couple of options. And then, so that's the outer card. And then you also have the inner card and the envelopes. So the envelopes are perfectly sized to fit, like you don't even have to worry about that. And then look at this gorgeous foil, and it is a nice heavy like texture. It's not cheap in any kind of way. And then this red, you can't really see it, but it has a nice woven texture, I guess, to it. The red it's color cord, like, how some of them are white. It's colored all the way through, so I really like that. So let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to take the white plain copy paper. We're going to put it in the top left corner of our Cricut mat, and we're just going to make sure it's stuck down really good. Now I have to make sure that mine is stuck down really, really good, because I have a little residue on my mat. It's been used for a while. I really like using this mat for paper crafting because it does come off easier. But for this, you really need the border to stay down so you know where to place your card when it's time for that. So we loaded the mat into the Cricut, and we're going to hit the blinking Cricut button, which means it's ready to go. And we have set the dial to paper, since this is plain paper we're cutting through. And as you notice, the Cricut has proceeded to go ahead and cut that like upside down L shape that's going to allow us to be able to place our card on the mat in the exact place that it needs to be to cut the design perfectly. So we will unmount the mat from the Cricut, and you know what? I'm going to take my brayer tool and go over it one more time. I don't want my little placement guide to lift up off of there. So I'm just holding it down as I weed the rest of the paper off of the mat, leaving this little guide that will tell me exactly where to put my cardstock to be cut without a card cutting mat. So you can use your own Cricut mats. I'm sure we all have them. You know, if you have a card cutting mat, that's great. But if you don't, this is the way I like to do it. So we're going to place the card face down onto the mat and line the top left corner of the card inside the corner of our placement marker. So hopefully you can see this really good. We're going to, make sure it's stretched out all the way. Butt it up as tightly as you can against our little marker, and then go ahead and smooth it down onto the mat so that it can be adhered as well as possible. And this is going to be like magic. You're going to be so excited when you see how perfectly it cuts. I'm using my brayer to go ahead and get it to stick down even more. This little guy I got from the hobby store a long time ago. I used it for stamp making, but it works perfectly for this too. We're mounting our mat so that we're ready for the second mat, and we've changed our dial to heavy cardstock. That's what I like to use for mine. Make sure you test and make sure that your Cricut is able to cut through all the way first time with your settings. So always do a test cut. And I've tested it and it works great on the heavy cardstock setting. And as you can see, it's doing the cutting layer. So because we put that little scoring box in the top left corner, it held the place of where our artwork is going to go, so that it doesn't cut like right at the top. Like it gives us that 1/4 inch that we needed. So before it even started cutting, it did a little square like it was going to be scoring, but I don't have my scoring tool in, so it doesn't affect my actual card. So that's a key part of the process here, is you want to make sure that you do not leave your scoring tool in the housing for the Cricut. So this is a Cricut Explore Air 2. The same method should also work with the Maker. And now it's done. Look at this. This is so exciting. Okay, so hit the little unmounting arrow. And can you see that? It cut. Look at how perfectly placed this is. It cut exactly where we want it. Right. It's such like a narrow margin. Like it has to be placed perfectly. It's really impossible to do just by sight. So that's why this little nifty trick is so important. So as you can see, I turned my mat over to peel off the mat from the card so we don't wrinkle it or curl it. And a few of the insides came out, but now we're going to go ahead and pop out the rest of the letters. And I'm just using one of my handy dandy weeding tools to get a better, I don't know, poking action going on the cards to really get into those corners so that we can get the insides of those letters to come out as clean as possible. The connections on these serifs for the font, the little parts that make up the letter, are really close together. So I do want to be really careful not to rip them too strong, because then I could break off the connections and then you don't have a beautiful stenciled looking letter. So just carefully go through your artwork. You can do words, but you could do shapes too. You could do beautiful, intricate designs, and have that insert card shine through. Like it would work with so many different concepts and designs for your art. But look. Okay, so we're almost done. Now we're gonna take, what should we choose? Should we shoot gold? Should we go with the red? I think I'm gonna go with the gold. Look at that. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take, I don't know, that has a nice look to it too. But I think I wanna go with the gold. Like I really want it to shine. So we're gonna go with the gold. We're gonna lay down our card on the table, face down. And we're going to put the shiny side of your foil card insert into the slits. And these are sized to the exact size of the insert card so that it will hold it perfectly in place. So you don't even need glue, you don't need double-sided sticky tape, you don't need hot glue gun. It's all done just with these little corner holes or corner cuts for the insert card. And look it! Yes, 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 yes! It's beautiful! What do you think? Do you love it? Okay. I gotta do some more. Like, I'm so excited about this. You can get 3, or can you get 4? You can get 4 cards out of this set, you guys. And it's gonna fit perfectly into the envelope. You're gonna put it in. You don't have, now you could make your own envelopes if you want to. People know how to do this with the Cricut. They have lots of templates, but look at this. Dollar Tree just provides it for you. It's already done. Save yourself some time. I also did one with the blush pink. Look at that against that gold. That is so pretty. This is perfect for Valentine's Day or your anniversary or just a love note, whatever you want to do. But Dollar Tree did it really good at coordinating these colors. I think they really complement each other. And look how easy it is to swap it out. So if I want to try, let's say I don't know what color I want to go with. Let's say we want to see what each of them looks like. You don't have to glue it down. You can just pop it out. And we're going to swap it out for the red insert card, just to get a feel from what this might look like. And this will give it a whole different look. Look how easy this is. It doesn't take any time. So we put that in there. It looks great. We turn it around and bam. Come on. A whole new look. A whole new look. So you can keep your templates and like reinvent them, you know, each year, each season with just a different insert card. It's perfect. You can put your custom message right there on the inside. It's perfect. You should really try these, and hopefully the template makes making these cards a lot easier if you don't have a card mat. How fun was that? That was so easy. You can find these cards at the Dollar Tree, you guys. I know that some Dollar Trees are kind of slow to getting their new products out on the floor, but just keep an eye out. These are going to pop up soon, I'm sure. We use the red insert card. So that is really beautiful. You can totally customize these and use them for any season, any little sentiment you want to use for. I think the thank you cards would be really cute if you sell crafts and you want to include that into your packaging with that extra pop of foil that really kind of elevates the look. And I think people, your customers would just really be excited to open that up and see that in there. It makes them feel really valued. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and the subscribe button. We'll be doing more videos like this so you can follow along and do your own crafts. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll be sure to answer those for you. And please share any of your projects that you've created so we can all be inspired. You can also check out the website at www.tiresessentials.com. We'll be adding some more templates and things like that for you to try. Thank you for watching and have a great day.